Hi, good morning to everyone. This is Balakrishnudu, lecturer in computer science. Today, I would like to discuss the topic in C language. The topic name is called storage classes. Storage classes in C language. Today topic is the storage classes in our C language. So here in C program, the storage classes specifiers is most important at the time of declaration of a variable. In general, we are declaring one variable or identifier like this one. So this is the identifier. This is the identifier, or simply we are called it is a variable. Let us I will be taken this is the a is a variable. In this variable, which type of data will be storing, how much space is required for this variable, how much range, what is the range for this variable. For this purpose, we are mentioned that is the data type. That means here I will be taken the data type is the int a. So here int is a data type which will be represented what is the size, what is the range of this variable, and this is enough. But according to the storage where our variable will be storing in the memory. So for this purpose we are mentioned that is a storage class. So according to the syntaxes, if you want to declare a variable in C language, storage class space data type space identifier. Till to now we are not mention any storage class. If you don't mention the storage class, in by default compiler will be treated automatically one data type, that is a auto. That means auto is one type of storage class. Compiler automatically by default it will be taken auto int a semicolon. That means here a is a variable which contains the data type, and here it will be contains the automatic storage classes. Means our storage class purpose means where it will be stored in the memory or RAM or CPUs, like this one it will be indication, and how much time it will be taken to execute the variable in the specified block or method or program. So for this one, our storage classes can be divided into four types. The first storage class is automatic storage class, and second one is register storage class, and third one is static static storage class, and fourth one is external storage class. So these four are the storage class types. One is the automatic storage class, and second one is the register storage class, and third one is the static storage class, and fourth one is the external storage class. Now we will be explain one by one. The first we will be taken the automatic storage class. The first one is the automatic storage class. Automatic storage class. So here automatic storage class. Here the what is the keyword? First of all is C language. It will be provide one keyword, that is the auto keyword. So here we will be think about the means in the situation there are the four terminology we are using. The first one is here. The first one is where it means where it will be storage. That means the first word is the storage, where it will be storage. The second one is what is the default value for that variable, and third one is what is the scope of the variable, and fourth one is what is the lifetime of this variable. So here in automatic storage classes, our storage will be stored in the RAM, that means random access memory. It is simply we are called it is a primary memory. Primary memory, that means our storage classes, automatic storage classes will be stored in the RAM. It is also primary memory. So what is the default value? Here default value is nothing but a garbage value. Garbage value means it is a unknown value. We don't know what is that value. So that means those are called garbage values. The next one is what is the scope and what is the life. This scope or life is within the block, means within the block, within that block. That means our scope of variable or life is simply within that block is available. So this is the just what are the automatic storage classes. Now storage, default, scope, life. So this is about the automatic storage classes. Now I will be taking the one simple example, this one. Now I will be writing like this one. I am writing the one main program, that is here void main, void main. Then after that I am taking the int a. Then I will be taking one more block is there. Here I will be taking here int a is equals to 10. Then after that I am printing the printf %d a. After that I will be close this one. Then after that I am taking the printf %d a. This close the block. That means here if you don't mention any storage classes, what we are telling that it is automatically by default it is a automatic storage classes. That means here it is a we are mentioned auto int a. Here also we taken the auto int a. So what is the by default value? The default value is nothing but a garbage values. It is a garbage values. Here what is the value? It is a 10. That is the variable value is the 10. So here there is a one block. This is the one block. The value of the variable is until is value is until the entire this block. Once come out from this block, the value of a will be expired. That means it is not possible to access the value of a in this block from outside of the to the outside of the block. That means from here we can't access this block. So by using this printf, here there is a printf %d a, here also printf %d a. So what is this one? Here this value of a access from this block only. That means the value of the output is here. The output means what is the a here is that is a 10. What about this one printf %d a? That means here this block will be indication like here. That means what is that one? That is the garbage value. It will be display the garbage value. So this is about the automatic storage classes. This is one example, and this is lifetime is like this one. So now we discuss the one more storage class, that is the static register storage classes. So register, next word is register storage class. So here what is the first one? What is the keyword for this one? What is the keyword for register storage class? That is the register. The next one is what means the first, according to our terminology we will follow some rule, that is the what it will be storage, and what is the default value, and what is the scope of this variable, and what is the life of this variable. So here the previous automatical storage classes, that means here we are taking automatic storage class, that means storage, default value, scope, life is everything is equals to, everything is the same as about the register storage classes, but only difference is the storage. That means here storage means in our registers, in our registers, whereas default is also garbage value. This entire this one is the block. This is the block. So that means here we will be taken just only small difference is the register variables. So here the register means how it will be the same process equals to the automatic storage classes, but only difference is the storage. This is the register, that means it will be stored in the processing, that means CPU. It will be stored the data. The remaining process is same as the automatic storage class, but here we can difference between the when the storage class will be used. For this one I will be taken one simple example, that is nothing but with using automatic storage class and without using automatic storage class, that means using the register storage class. Now I will be write the one program which is belongs to the automatic storage classes. Then after that comparing the automatic storage class program override the register storage class, then what is the difference you can easily understand. So first of all, now I am writing the sum of natural numbers. For this one I am writing void main. Then after that I am taking the variables, that means we know very well int I, n is equals to 10 and sum is equals to 0. Then after that we are writing the program, that means for I is equals to 1, I less than or is equals to n, I plus plus. Then we are writing the sum is equals to sum plus I, and after that we are close this one. Then we are closing the main program. So now these are all the automatic, that means auto int I comma n is equals to 0. This is the, we know very well the logic is the. So now I will be explain how it will be executed using auto, using register. So now first of all our program will be in this entire program, this is a entire program will be stored in the secondary memory. Entire program will be stored in the secondary memory, that means hard disk. It will be stored in the hard disk. So here if at the time of execution, that means at the time of execution our CPU, that means process will be, that means CPU can be taken the data, means ever fetch the information, that means extracting the information that will be stored in the RAM, that will be stored in the RAM. It will be ask the program. Then after that every program, entire program will be stored in the RAM, that means this is the RAM, random access memory. So here what we are doing here, according to our automatic storage classes, where it will be storing, our automatic storage classes will be storing is like this one. This is the storage block, that means I is equals to 1, that means n is equals to 10, then after that sum is equals to 0. That will be total entire data will be storing here. So our process, that means our process will be executed in the registers. Our process will be executed in the registers. So how it will be executed? First it will be the execution process. Every process, everything, that means every instruction must be executed in the CPU. First what will be required, it will be taken the I value. Then it will ask the question, that means CPU request the what is the I value, then it gives the I value, that means I will be equals to 1. Then after that once again it will ask the question, that means n value, then it will be that means this is the requesting, this is the sending, that means we are requesting and sending, requesting, sending, requesting. That means how many times, there are the 3 variables, so that's why we can access the 3 times. That means here I is equals to n and n is equals to 10, sum is equals to 0. So this is the entire process. Entire process means our storage data, secondary storage data will be stored in the RAM. After that for executing this statement for I is equals to 1 to the block will be executed, the entire block executed in this CPU process. In this situation it will be asked the what is the value, it will be send the value. Here ask the n value, it will be send the reply. Here sum like this one. So but here there is a loop is there. For I is equals to 1, I less than or is equals to n, I plus plus. That means n is equals to here 10. That means this type of requesting and sending, how many times? 10 times will be communication with the CPU with the RAM. That means 10 times requesting, 10 times reply. Because of there is also I plus plus, every time we are checking the one, and also sum is executed. So these three variables, because of declare under the automatic, that means it will much take more time, it will be take the more time for executing this process, for executing this process. But how to overcome this means, instead of storing the automate these variables directly, if you store this one, that means instead of storing here, instead of storing here, I would like to store in the directly. For this one we are declaring the, that is register, means our simple program, that will be the register int I comma n is equal, then it will be our variable values not stored here. Register int I means it will be stored, where is the location? That is the register location. That means that will be stored directly comes to here. That means it will be, there is no time to request and sending, there is no waiting time for I value, n value, some value, that automatically those values are available here. Then here it is also will be execution. That means it will be most faster than the automatic storage classes. Here some doubt may be occur. So instead of automatic storage classes, why don't you use register storage classes? That our register storage capacity is, according to my knowledge, that means maybe 8 KB or 16 KB. This is actually processes to execution purpose only, not for the storing purpose. This purpose is only execution, not for the storing. But in this situation, sometimes one variable is temporarily local, that means block only, then we can use the register storage. So that means if you are use the many number of register variable, if the total occupation 8 KB is allocated for the storing, then where we are executing the process? There is no memory. So that's why most probably whenever you require the register storage classes, then only we are using the our register storage classes. The remaining all are the automatic storage classes. This is the main difference between the automatic storage classes and register storage classes. Automatic storage classes will be stored in the RAM, whereas register storage class will be stored in the register. The entire is the same as, that means what is the default value, what is the scope of this one, what is the life, that means this is a local to this block. So this is the entire process belongs to our register storage classes. In next session I will be explain the remaining storage classes, that is static storage classes and external storage classes. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe if you want to see more number of videos in my channel. Thank you. Thank you one and all.